Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey into the heart of Wall Street's most legendary hedge fund collapse with When Genius Failed by Roger Lowenstein. Delve into the intricate web of financial markets, the psychology of high-achieving individuals, and the regulatory implications of LTCM's long-term capital management downfall. Whether you're a finance professional, economist, investor, student, regulator, or simply intrigued by the world of finance, this book provides a captivating journey accessible to all, offering invaluable insights and lessons for understanding the complexities of financial markets and human behavior in high-stakes environments. Hello everyone, I am Mike, and welcome back to 5 Minutes Book Club. Keep watching, keep growing. Today, we're going through a classic in the world of financial nonfiction literature. It falls into the genre of financial and economic literature, providing a detailed narrative and analysis of the rise and fall of long-term capital management and the broader financial industry. When Genius Failed by Roger Lowenstein. When Genius Failed provides profound insight into risk management, financial hubris, and the intricacies of financial markets. It showcases the potential consequences of unchecked risk-taking and over-reliance on mathematical models. It can transform one's understanding of the financial world and serve as a valuable lesson for individuals in various aspects of life, emphasizing the importance of humility, preparedness, and a deep awareness of the complexities that underlie decision-making and risk management in any field. Let's get started. Allow me to transport you back to the wild, turbulent world of finance in the late 90s. Picture a time when the financial markets were a playground for the daring, the audacious, and the brilliant minds who thought they could conquer anything. It was during this era that When Genius Failed, the rise and fall of long-term capital management unfolded. In those pages, you'll find a story like no other, a tale of towering intellect, staggering ambition, and a fall from grace that reverberated through the very pillars of Wall Street. This isn't just another finance book. It's an adrenaline-pumping thriller where mathematical geniuses take on the world with unprecedented financial wizardry. But what happens when brilliance transforms into hubris? When the pursuit of profit becomes an obsession, and risk turns into recklessness? When Genius Failed takes you deep into the minds of the world's most renowned economists and their daring financial experiments. Their story is a roller coaster ride of colossal gains and catastrophic losses, a captivating narrative that will keep you at the edge of your seat, page after page. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare to experience the incredible rise and dramatic fall of long-term capital management, where genius meets its limits, and the financial world is forever changed. If you like the content so far, please like, comment, share with your friend and colleague who needs it the most, and subscribe to the channel for such content in the future. Let's have an insight into what we'll learn today. The Dutchman, Meriwether's voice, the billion-dollar bet, the board meeting, the battle of the Quants, the cracks in the facade, swimming with sharks, the run on the bank, the Swiss solution, the unwinding. Let's follow up with the key content in brief. The Dutchman. In the opening chapter, Lowenstein introduces the main characters of the story. John Meriwether, a former Salomon Brothers trader, founded LTCM with the ambition of creating a hedge fund that employed advanced mathematical models. He attracted 2 Nobel laureates, Myron Scholes and Robert Merton, and a team of exceptional traders and academics. The chapter sets the stage for the narrative, emphasizing the intellectual firepower and ambition behind LTCM. John Meriwether, one of LTCM's founders, was a former partner at Salomon Brothers, a prominent investment bank in the 1980s. He was known for his role in the 1991 Treasury bond scandal when Salomon Brothers was found to have violated Treasury auction rules. This incident serves as an example of how financial professionals like Meriwether were no strangers to controversy. Meriwether's boys. This chapter delves into the recruitment and formation of LTCM's team. Meriwether was known for his ability to spot talent, and he assembled a group of traders with diverse skills. These individuals were often referred to as quants due to their strong quantitative and mathematical backgrounds. They began developing the complex trading strategies that would become the cornerstone of LTCM's approach. Meriwether recruited top talent from various prestigious institutions and financial firms. Myron Scholes and Robert Merton, both Nobel laureates in economics, were among the luminaries who joined LTCM. Their academic achievements and contributions to the Black-Scholes-Merton options pricing model serve as real-life examples of the intellectual prowess that was brought to LTCM. The billion-dollar bet. In this chapter, the book shifts its focus to LTCM's investment strategies. The fund aimed to profit from market anomalies and arbitrage opportunities by leveraging their positions through an array of financial derivatives. LTCM took huge positions, amassing a portfolio worth billions of dollars. The chapter underscores the scale of their bets and the immense potential rewards. LTCM's massive bets in the bond market, including positions in U.S. Treasuries, corporate bonds, and foreign bonds, mirror real-world instances where hedge funds and financial institutions have taken large positions in bond markets to exploit perceived market inefficiencies or discrepancies. The board meeting. As LTCM's strategies grew more intricate and leveraged, concerns began to emerge among the partners. A pivotal board meeting was held where partners discussed the risks associated with the fund's strategies and the high level of leverage they employed. Some partners began to voice doubts about the fund's potential for catastrophic failure. During the board meeting, concerns about LTCM's risk management were voiced. Similar concerns were raised in other financial institutions, notably in the lead-up to the 2008 financial crisis when risk assessment practices came under scrutiny. The example here is how discussions about risk management are not unique to LTCM, but rather a common challenge in the financial industry. The Battle of the Quants. Chapter 5 delves into the competitive landscape among various quantitative hedge funds, including LTCM. This competition added to the pressure on LTCM to continually innovate and develop increasingly sophisticated models and strategies. The chapter illustrates the high-stakes battle in the world of quantitative trading. LTCM was one of several quantitative hedge funds competing in the market. The competition among quant funds is a real-world example of how various hedge funds, asset managers, and proprietary trading desks use mathematical models and quantitative strategies to seek competitive advantages in the financial markets. The cracks in the facade. External events, such as the Russian financial crisis and its repercussions in the global markets, have begun to impact LTCM's investments. The chapter reveals that LTCM's mathematical models, which were based on historical patterns, were prepared to account for extreme events like the Russian crisis. Cracks in LTCM's facade started to appear, and their losses began to mount. The Russian financial crisis of 1998 was a real-world event that severely impacted financial markets and international investments. LTCM's inability to anticipate and manage such a crisis, despite its quantitative models, highlights the limitations of quantitative models in handling extreme, unforeseen events. Swimming with sharks. As LTCM's financial condition deteriorated, creditors and investors grew increasingly anxious. The chapter portrays the scramble for liquidity as clients and counterparties demanded their money back. The financial world turned against LTCM, and the fund found itself in a perilous position. The panic and rush for liquidity described in this chapter is reminiscent of the financial panic that gripped markets during the 2008 financial crisis. Lehman Brothers' bankruptcy and the subsequent freezing of credit markets are examples of how financial institutions can face liquidity crises, leading to catastrophic consequences. The run on the bank. Here, this chapter deepens the sense of crisis as LTCM's losses become more pronounced. The chapter describes the tumultuous events that unfolded as counterparties grew concerned and investors rushed to withdraw their capital. The panic intensified as the extent of LTCM's losses became more apparent. The events leading up to LTCM's near collapse mirror real-world situations where financial institutions experienced a run by investors and creditors. The 2007 to 2008 run on Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers are examples of such crises. The Swiss solution. This chapter centers on the intervention of various financial institutions, including major Wall Street firms and the Federal Reserve, to prevent LTCM's collapse from causing widespread financial turmoil. The author details the complex negotiations and the formation of a bailout plan, known as the Swiss solution, which aimed to stabilize the situation and prevent a financial catastrophe. The intervention of the Federal Reserve and other financial institutions to stabilize LTCM is analogous to the government bailouts and interventions that occurred during the 2008 financial crisis. The Troubled Asset Relief Program, TARP, is a well-known example of such government intervention. The Unwinding. The final chapter examines the aftermath of LTCM's near collapse. It discusses the process of winding down a fund and the lasting impact on the financial industry. The chapter reflects on the lessons learned from this pivotal event and the regulatory changes it inspired. The aftermath of LTCM's collapse serves as a cautionary tale and a precursor to regulatory changes and increased scrutiny in the financial industry. The Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, passed in 2010, is an example of a legislative response to financial crises. As we conclude, When Genius Failed underscores the importance of humility, risk management, adaptability, collaboration, and informed decision-making. These lessons are applicable in various aspects of life, reminding us to approach complex, uncertain situations with humility, prudently manage risk, remain adaptable, embrace collaboration, and make informed choices to navigate the unpredictabilities and potential setbacks in both our personal and professional journeys. And that's a wrap for our When Genius Failed Carnival. Remember, you can apply these lessons while having a blast on your journey to greatness. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up for more exciting adventures in learning. Thanks for being part of the fun today. I'm Mike from the 5 Minutes Book Club, and until our next creative expedition, keep embracing greatness and adding a touch of creativity to your life. Keep watching, keep growing. Like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe to 5 Minutes Book Club for more videos like this. If you want us to summarize any book of your choice, mention us. We strongly recommend reading the book to grab the knowledge entirely. The link is in the description.